Hey there everyone, this is ChefMKT, and welcome back to Let's Play Touhou Gensoumaroku, the Devil of Decline. Where's the Pajili Mousecaster? Pajili Mousecaster? Here I am! Oh, there you are! Yay! I mean, yay! Totally screwed that up, didn't I? Oh, yes I did. Very, very much so. Okay, so when we last left off, I just went through basically all the grinding I did off screen and then collected the last couple of Shikigamis that I missed out on, which was like 4, so that's actually quite a lot. Anyway, so I've done my preparations for the first tower boss fight. So as we can see here, we have my good little party here. Gonna mix it up a little bit, yo. So I'm going to level these dudes up a little bit and then switch them out like in a couple of videos, switch out a new party, etc, etc, try to keep everyone at around the same level, because that's how I want to do it this time around. So let's look at my selections for my Shikigamis. The characters don't really matter that much, but you may have some preferences, yada yada yada, like how you want to use Patchouli as a weapon damage dealer and not a magic user like I have. You may be a person like that, who knows. So basically, you want the 3 following things. You want someone that is completely dedicated to mitigate ice damage. You want a physical damage dealer, because why not? And then you probably want to have magic users that will deal fire damage. Now I'll get to that bit in a second, but let's take a closer look at what I've did here. Okay, so my Raimi is going to be my physical damage dealer in my party, just because why not? She can pretty much do whatever she wants. So we have a weapon that has the highest damage possible weapon. I'm pretty sure that didn't make sense, but use the highest damage weapon you can get. Have a nice shield. Get some good armor on. Now the armor I'm using is the one with the 80 magic defense. You may or may not have this. Just use whatever you have. Now the accessory you probably want to use on a character like this in the front line is probably a status resist accessory, because the boss can use status effects. I think one of them is sleep and the other one is like silence. I think that's what she can use. Anyway, moving on. Shikigamis that I use for my damage dealer are obviously leaning towards physical damage. So we have high strength here, as well as a plus 15 attack boost here. So Kamachi is a very good choice for physical damage dealers. And here we have the Lesser Demon, because Lesser Demons for some reason have really good stats all around, as you can see here. Obviously you may or may not have this, please substitute with whatever you want. And finally we have Letty, because why not? I don't know why I have this in my party, but she gives me a lot of HP and some vit, so I figured why not? You can do whatever you want really. So not really much interesting here. Now this is probably the most interesting one here. Okay, so we have Yuka as my dedicated character to mitigate ice damage. Now, how does that work? Well, let's see here. It is this Shikigami right here. This one right here you can find in Stratum 1. However, please note you probably need to level this up quite a bit, I think. Or does it come with this attack already? I can't remember. I assume that since it's in the first slot, it already comes with this move. So anyway. So this is the move you want to look at here, right here. I think that's called like Ice Wall or something. Let me just double check. Yeah, Ice Wall. Anyway, so what this does is that for the one turn that you activate this on, it will completely nullify all ice damage to 0 and any status effects that are associated with using that ice attack is completely nullified as well. So with the first tower boss, half of her moves are ice based, and her charge up move is also ice based and could cause instant death or something. This move completely, what's the word? Completely protects your party. That's the word, protects. Wow. That was just weird. I just had a massive brain fart on a very simple word. Oh well, anyway, so basically all this character is going to do is just going to be spamming this move for the entire fight. So the other Shikigamis you put on them probably doesn't matter, but you probably want to invest in Vitality and Pot to help them survive if they do get hit by the boss's physical attacks, right? So, the accessory I chose here is Sleep, Star Resistance in Sleep, because the boss does have a move that inflicts sleep, and if this character the one with this important move right here is incapacitated in some way, you're probably going to be screwed. Especially if the boss charges up on the very next turn, then you'll be majorly screwed. Anyway, so the other thing to take note here is that this sword that I put on Yuka has a 40 HP regeneration when the fire element is active during battle. So you'll see why I did that in a little bit, because Yuka is not going to attack at all in this fight. So Mako is like a support type character, I suppose you can say. She'll be doing some physical damage with Lunasa when she's not doing anything in battle. But what am I doing here? So I put on Mystia for no reason other than the fact that she gives really good stats. And she has some debuffing move or something that decreases status resistance, but I don't really care about that. But the main thing here is that on the first turn, I'm going to be using Suwako here. You'll see why in a second, but I'll get into that a little bit later. Also, Suwako has heal. So ideally, the secondary physical damage dealer, I suppose you can call, or the support type character, that isn't the one that's constantly doing Ice Wall. You want to have heal. That's probably a good start. And probably a buff to protect yourself against physical attacks. So, since Suwako has both of those, I picked her. But if not, you can place, like, in this second slot here, Mystia with whatever. I don't care. Do whatever you want. It's a very easy boss fight. Why am I doing this? I forget. Anyway, so your two magic damage dealers are just going to be Pat with fire-based Shikigami. So Marissa has Flan, Orin, and the torch candle thing you get in Stratum 1. And then Sanae has the hard disk drive, the Fairy Maid, and in this thing here, the Minoriko. Now, I put Minoriko here as a secondary healer, as well as clearance. Clearance is very important here if you get hit by a status effect. So, you may see why I have that later on, who knows, but let's go do the boss fight. So basically the idea here is that you'll have one character use Earth Wall, and then you spam the crap out of fire attacks. That's pretty much the strat I'm going for. Now there's obviously other ways to do this, but this is the most easiest and efficient way to do it, I think. Because half of the boss's attacks are ice-based. So if you can remove the threat of the ice attacks, you're pretty much fine, and what the heck is this? I don't recall seeing that before I installed the expansion. What's this do? Okay, so I can't pass that. So, I assume I get some kind of item that allows me to bypass those barriers in the expansion, because I never saw that in the main game. So let's go get to it, shall we? Let's shall. Okay, Reimu, status resist up, please. Counter magic, because even though I have taken precautions in dealing with status effects, I still want to have an extra layer of insurance. Because, you know, that's how I roll. So let's manipulate for fire. Now, the reason why you want to manipulate for fire is, one, obviously ice attacks are going to be a problem if they do hit, but they shouldn't. So let's use Earth Wall on the first turn. And second, excuse me, the boss will regenerate HP if water is active. So if you manipulate for fire, that prevents the boss from regenerating HP by using ice. So you probably want to stick with fire. If you don't want to use the strategy, there's probably other ways you can do it. You probably use like debuffs, status effects, or just brute force your way through. But this is probably the safest way to do it. So now we see that she's charged up. I obviously know what's going to come next. Oh, my lady has clearance as well, I just realized. Alright, so let's bash her face in. Yuka will constantly spam Ice Wall. Now I have my fire element up. Let's start bashing her face in with fire. Let's buff my intelligence. Is that a good idea? Yeah, buff intelligence, because I think most of my damage is going to come from the magic fire damage that I'll be constantly spamming every turn. Eruption! So this is the boss's charge move if you haven't seen it before. It's an ice-based move. I think it's called like Blood Spray or something. So yeah, that looks pretty cool, right? Now that's the move where it's like, it's an ice elemental attack and can cause instant death. So you really want to protect yourself against that in some way. And the safest way, I think, is probably just spamming Ice Wall, as I said before. It makes the boss fight very, very easy. So let's bash your face in. Ice Wall. Eruption. everyone's HP is okay, I think. That should be good. Good. Okay, let's use whatever this move is called. I forget, it's like Stardravius or something. I don't know. And here we go, Eruption. Now, Eruption has a 2-turn cooldown, so if you have 3 Shikigamis with Eruption, you should be able to spam Eruption every turn on that character. So that's why I have 3 fire Shikigamis on Marissa and not have like 1 on everyone. But that's just me. Oh. Yep, so Ice Wall was pretty much OP in this fight. Now, I could have done this boss fight a lot earlier, I think, but because of the fact that I'm recording, I thought that maybe my damage output wasn't high enough, and that would make the boss fight extremely and unnecessarily long. So my Dodo's up, I could probably use this time to heal up Reimu since she has nothing else to do. Okay, I can bash her face into something. Let's use whatever this thing is. I think it's Mirage Blade. And Disintegrate. Yep, that's the blunt attack. Didn't do much to Yuka because she's pretty OP at this point. That's a nice attack, so that won't affect me at all. And because my Yuka has that Fire Sword equipped, she will regenerate some of that HP back. Right now, see? So, very self-sustaining, this build. Now, the other thing I forgot to mention is that my Marissa also has a Fire Staff equipped on her. Now, this does 2 things. Obviously, one, it boosts my fire damage, so that's always a plus. But the second thing is that the Fire Staff also has HP regeneration if fire is active. So, if Marissa does take a bit of a beating, she can recover some of the HP back, and I don't need to have to waste time healing her. So that means more damage means a faster battle, which means more efficient. It's all about that efficiency, bro. So you see that Marissa getting some damage there. Oh, okay, I did not expect a critical hit to one-shot my Sanae. Okay, so that puts a little bit of a damper on what I wanted to do. But that's okay. I don't have any way to resurrect her, though. Maybe I should have done something like that. Oh well. Didn't see that one coming, did you, Chef? No, I did not. Oh well, what a shame. So you know what? I'm gonna try. Wait, refresh. Does refresh heal? Does refresh actually revive her? No, I can't target her, so I can't. Damn it. Well, let's put up Earth Wall again just to make sure I'm all good in the hood. Now, the other thing about this boss is that it has Vortex. It can use it, and it will use it at the most inopportune time. Like that. So luckily for me, I use Earth Wall, and it goes right after the Vortex, so I should have no problems in dealing with that. Wow, that's like really good timing for Earth Wall. And the nice mention of Vortex, and the boss just so happens to want to use it on that turn. Funny how that works, doesn't it? Yeah, it's very odd. So hopefully my regeneration will keep me up long enough to actually finish off this fight without having to do it again. And my McCall missed. Fantastic. Oh! I forgot to spam Ice Wall with my Yuka. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Ah, that was a big slip up, but that's okay. I think I'm almost done with this fight. You see, guys, this is what happens when you like record stuff and you're talking at the same time. You lose concentration on what you're supposed to be doing, you screw up, and this happens. But you know what? This is live. I'm not going to edit it out. I'm not going to retry it again and record it again. I'm just gonna let it go, man. Just gonna let it fly. Oh, ice wall. Don't forget about the ice wall. Wow, I am so not concentrating. But that's okay. I'm having fun. And having fun is half the battle. If you're having fun, then the game is doing something right. Or whatever you're doing is right. So I'm having fun, I don't care. That actually did a lot of damage. Wow. Do I have any? I could use that, but I don't have Dark. Oh well. Bash your face in. Ice wall. Boop. Hey! Stop that! My Raymond might die, and then everything will fall apart, because then I have no damage whatsoever. Boop. And this should be the end of the fight. Ah, yeah. So, aside from that one critical hit from, what's-her-face? Oh, there's Sleep, so she does use Sleep. So, aside from those couple of slip-ups, one being, not using Ice Wall every turn, and second, my Sine dying in one shot from a critical hit, that was weird. And 3, not having a resurrection spell on one of my dudes. But you know what? That still went pretty damn well. It was fairly simple, I didn't have to think at all. So yeah, we are done with the first tower. Yay! And by the time this is ended, this probably already like 20 minutes. So we have Besiju, you weird undead thingy, my bob. That reminds me of someone that I forget. Wow, actually, this music's different. A bit weird, but I think it might be nice. It's growing on me. Yeah, I like it. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on? What just happened? What just happened? I don't know. But, have I taken all the 3 towers down now? I don't even know at this point. Well, that's all cleared. Fantastic. Boop. Yes, I need to walk all the way back outside because the game does not like you using the world map to teleport out of towers. It won't let you. You have to actually get out of the tower by walking, and then actually be able to warp to wherever you want. I find that a little tiny bit annoying and not unnecessary considering everything else in this game. But you know what? Whatever. Hey, what's over here? Nothing? Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, so the middle... This part, I still don't know what this is about. I guess I need to go to this tower thing here later on, the 3rd tower. I suppose so. Alright, so I think I shall call an end for today. Dear Princess Celestia, today I have learned that you really should concentrate on what you are doing and not just blab on about whatever, because if you make a mistake and it's a doozy, you are going to pay for it big time. Your faithful student, ChefMKT. See you guys next time.